welcome back to my channel, and today we have a very delayed worst of 2017 products. I've been a bit under the weather and haven't been able to film as I originally wanted to, but we are doing it now, so hopefully I can get it out before it's not too late after 2018 began. I already have a best and worst eyeshadow palettes of 2017, so if you haven't checked those out, I will leave them linked down below. Today we are only discussing products because the reason I split the eyeshadows palettes from the products is there were just so many eyeshadow palettes that they merited a video of their own. Thankfully, I don't have too many terrible products, but we are going to discuss them with you today. Okay, first up, we have kind of it is a drugstore product. I kind of thought I might not talk about this simply because I have gone cruelty-free, and this is not cruelty-free, but I bought it, might as well talk about it. This is the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Paints. Now, I am a face palette junkie. Highlighter, contour, blush, mix them all together. I love the idea of having it all in one palette. I just love the idea of face palettes. And so before I went cruelty-free, I was like, oh, cool, one from the drugstore. That'll be awesome. Now, the first problem I have with this is honestly my own fault because I bought it. The colors in here... One, they're not necessarily very wearable colors. I mean, they're these super bright, really intense. Let me move my sleeve. They're just these like crazy bright, almost neon colors. And when you combine the really the most neutral color is this like kind of peach one up here, which I did like using every now and again, but the problem is you are combining with these crazy bright colors with a very chalky and hard to blend formula. Not so good. Not so good. So I would go in with my brush and I would get a crap ton of I would go with the faintest, lightest touch, and there would just be splotches everywhere. My blush wouldn't blend. It would look absolutely horrible. It was a mess, and this was just not an enjoyable product to use, not something that excuse me, we're just keeping up that burping in the videos, huh? I'm just like, why edit it out? Why censor myself? I'm just burping. I'm not offending anyone, and if you're offended, well, I'm sorry. So this was definitely just, ugh. Now, I feel like 90% of what I am talking about is highlighters, because highlighters and eyeshadow palettes, I feel, were the things that I bought the most in 2017. So we do have a lot of highlighterness going on. The first two here are another non-cruelty-free item. These were a gift from my friend, and I am very glad that I did not use my own money on these because these are absolute crap. These are the Maybelline Master Fairy Highlight by Face Studio in 100 and 200. Now, I love me a good purple highlighter. I'm like, oh, would you look at this? It's got really pretty tones in it. And then you go to and you can see the purple there, right? It doesn't have a lot of pearlescence or luminosity to it. If anything, it's just like a teensy-weensy bit frosty, but that's it. There is not enough breakdown between the purple and the sheen, so it basically just looks like you're putting purple eyeshadow on your cheeks. There's no, oh, when you shift the light, like in an Anastasia or a Becca, the Prismatic Amethyst, that's, you shift, it's like, oh, it's purple, but it's got undercast and duochrome and oh, what's the word we use? Switch and shifts and yada yada yada. It's just purple. It would probably make a pretty eyeshadow, but it is chunky and these are just not good. It's not a highlighter. It's like maybe if you want to give your daughter some fairy play makeup, this would work, but for any person who actually wants to whatever with makeup, no. And then sort of more of the same with the rainbow one. I feel like everyone went on that rainbow kick. And you just kind of swirl this crap together. It looks horrible in the pan after you swirl it together. And then you just do it like that. Actually, that was a much better swatch than what I usually get. Picked up more of the blue there. But usually it ends up being very yellow and red undertone. And like the purple one, it doesn't have enough sheen to it to counteract the color pigmentation. So this one, you can't, like if they made a highlight that was just this color, that would be fine, but you can't guarantee that you're going to get that every single time. I really hate the red in here. It's just, these ones were just a mess. If you're going to pick up one and go the non-cruelty free route, pick up the Master Chrome. That one is really good. These ones, no. And we might as well beat the rainbow highlighter bandwagon to death. And this is the Wet n Wild Color Icon Rainbow Highlighter. Jeffree Star did a whole unboxing, whatever, of this entire collection. It looks like this. First things first. I talked about this in a haul follow-up. I hate the packaging of this. I hate the packaging. They're like Mega Glow highlighters. Have this really cute, chic, and sturdy packaging. This has this stupid little button thing that I feel like I'm gonna break. I mean, I understand it's an inexpensive brand, but I know they can do nice, solid packaging, and this is not nice and solid. This is crappy. But it's not all about the packaging, it's about the product inside. No. 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 It looks kind of okay in the swatch there. We've got something kind of yellow golden going on. But the product is so difficult to work with. It is so hard pressed into the pan that you literally have to like dig your brush around. It doesn't look nice on the skin. You don't always get the same shade because the shade I got there is swirling around all the colors unless you take your big old brush and just all around in there. I don't know about you. I don't use a giant highlighter brush. And this just really fell short. I feel like a rainbow highlighter really should be done in pastels and like even lighter than this to be able to get that light sheen. Otherwise it is going to look crazy. And I mean, yeah, you can wear it for festivals and you can do it for whatever, but there isn't a festival 24/7. I mean, yeah, my life sometimes feels like a festival 24/7, but just no. And these were also, I think they were like $4.99 or $5 something. They were a little pricier compared to some of their other products, and it was just kind of meh. If they just kept it with their, even if they just kept it with their Mega Glow formula, it would have been so much better. The other two, the kind of like bronzy one and then the cooler toned one, those ones are actually nice and I still have those, but this was a no for me. Alright, let's talk about a product that is not a highlighter. This is the last foundation that I got that was not cruelty free in 2017, and we left on a interesting note with this one. So this came out, and CoverGirl is usually one of my absolute favorite drugstore foundations. It makes me very sad that they're not cruelty-free because they make some of my favorite. And this is the CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir Foundation. I got it. First problem. This is the lightest shade in Ivory. Let's see here. This is the lightest shade in the Milani foundation. This was just way too dark, but even more than that, I tried this probably around 3 times. And one time I tried it and I did my face and then I sat down to film and I was editing and I was like, what's that? What's that? And I have red discoloration patches here for my dry skin. This wasn't even able to cover up that. You could literally see it through my foundation and it looked absolutely horrible. So not only was this foundation a terrible color match, it didn't do anything for my skin. If anything, it made it look worse. It didn't cover anything and it just, this was definitely not good at all. Not sorry. Alright, you guys may have remembered this from a review I did a while back. This is the Urban Decay Naked Illuminated Fireball Highlighter, Body Highlighter, Glitter Ball Mess. I absolutely love their little square pan highlighters. They have one called Fireball. I absolutely love that one. I enjoy the other 3 of these. And so when they came out with this one, I was like, oh boy, all right, I'm living for that peachy, ready, whateverness, you know? And I was like, yay, it's gonna be so pretty. You can't get diddly on this highlighter. I mean, I have tried doing the elf trick and like scraping the top layer, and you just get this little horrible of product. It's just absolutely awful. I understand that these are meant for more like body highlighting than they are face highlighting, but even then, this is like a $32 product. When you're paying $32 for a highlighter, for anything, I expect it to perform better than just, I mean, the first time I swatched, I was like, there's nothing on my finger. There is nothing on my finger. So this was very disappointing, especially considering the fact that I expect more from Urban Decay. The packaging is absolutely beautiful. One friend of mine suggested that I actually pop out this thing here and like mortar and pestle it. The grinding thing, and see if I can't make it into like a loose powder highlight. Not sure if I want to invest that much time and effort into it, but this was a no. And then probably the most disappointing product for me. Yep. The Kat Von D, what is this? Alchemist holographic palette. Everybody lost it when they came out with this. And I mean, the packaging alone, I lost it because I saw how small it was. I'm like, excuse me? How much money for this? But inside, you are getting 4 transformative eye topper, lip topper, whatever, duochrome holographic crap. You got a green, a blue, a purple, and a pink. And this just really, really fell short for me, which I have never had a Kat Von D product fall this short for me. Now, yes, the finished look is nice. After I put a lot of elbow grease into this, it can look very nice. However, working with this just was not anywhere near as enjoyable as usually working with a Kat Von D product is for me. Usually her products are all hits, and I'm just able to buy from her brand and not have a problem. This was a problem. And I mean, I feel like, all the same things that I've said about this goes. I feel like she should have made it, if she was going to make it a highlighter palette, make them bigger, keep it 4, make them bigger, make it like an Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit size, go with that. If she wanted it as an eyeshadow palette, give us 4 more shades, make it an eyeshadow palette. This thing doesn't know what it wants to be, what it wants to do. And it's just not, I've tried using these as inner corner highlights. They aren't as bam as I would like. I'd rather just go to my Metal Crush Thunderstruck shadow. So this just was really honestly surprising and very disappointing because I love Kat Von D. I've never had a problem with her thing. And it's tiny. I mean, come on. Give us something more. Give us something more. Give us something worth our money. Okay, I'll be done whining now. That is the end of the video, and those are all the non-eyeshadow palette products that I found disappointing. Let me know if you feel the same about any of these, or if you don't, and let me know what your most disappointing fail product, whatever, of 2017 was. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, and as always, keep it real. Mwah!